A lot of people have wondered and they have asked questions. Some have pondered about it. They want to know, what is the president doing? Now, some might be quick to say, is Mohbad the only person that passed away in Nigeria? Why then should the presidency be bothered of this? What about thousands of people, hundreds of people unalived in the north, middle belt of Nigeria? Why is there so much hulabalo about the demise of Mohbad? Well, a young man called Yomi Fabi, actor activist, he did something and people berated him. They said he's a liar. It is not true. Why are you fooling the public? You want to defraud us with elaborate gangacious stories. This make believe, presenting it as if it is the real deal. Well, the presidency, that's a presidency. When they say the presidency, a lot of people believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be the one putting his pen to paper or calling on certain persons to investigate certain things and all of that. Yes, it is possible, depending on how sensitive it is and the amount of pressure. Well, I want you to pay attention to this one. At first, it was the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwolu, that was pressured, and he said, is Mohbad the only person that has passed away? Why are people making it look and appear as if they are not trying enough? If not for the ordinary president, Brekete, a lot of people would not have known that the remains of Mohbad had been kept for decay. If not for the pathologist at the inquest, a lot of people would not have known that the body was kept for about 3 months. Definitely, the longer it stays, maybe they've concluded that they will not be able to get answers. I'm talking about the police now. They refused to do the needful. They kept the body for a long time. Pressure got mounted here and there. And the result of it is what you're about to discover now. The presidency, the office of the president on justice for Mohbad. I am very sure that the reason why this linger to an extent, not because we're encouraging the slowness, is for people to be able to build that resilience, because there are more ahead of us. Of course, Mohbad is not the only person that has passed away. In fact, as I speak, there are people that are passing away, and all lives matter. Like and share, please. Tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. As we delve into this one, it is going to be so hot. I don't know how you'll be able to handle this information. Let's get right into it.
And nobody except the president can take that directive back. So if anybody is still sitting somewhere, I have said it repeatedly, me in competition with the Inspector General of Police, it be a competition with the FCID. We wrote petition to the president and the presidency, which is, it means office of the president, who is the number one in this entire nation. They gave the directive to who they should give it to, and that is the true body they would have to send it to, and we might contact our. But I'm not going to be denying this fact. Last May, the president to give directive. June, the detectives in Abuja, they've done their work. They've gone to harmonize all the case file. They know the gray areas. They know the suspects that they need, and they know the next thing to do. Last May, last June, nothing, no communication came to me until August that we had a rumor that the case is already active in Abuja, that the presidency have answered our petition and nobody contacted Fabi or Break the Silence Foundation. But because the spirit of Mohbad is so strong, one thing led to another, we're able to realize fully that yes, then it's a statement of fact. Because by normal procedure, the president would not write to Break the Silence Foundation direct, because they are not inviting us for anything. They will write to the institution under them to investigate this matter that we brought before them, and those ones would be the ones to invite us, telling us that we received a directive from the presidency based on your petition to the presidency, and the job has been given to us to work on it. Please come and give us more information so that we can do. That is how it is obtainable anywhere in the world. If the president wants to see me personally or see us personally on a different neutral stuff, he can write and say, even at that, somebody will still write and say, from the office of the presidency, president, you have to come to meet, interview the president or meet with the president of so time and so place, period. So people must understand that basic knowledge. It's not going to be the president who write, I receive your petition and I'm working on it. That's the president of the country, for heaven's sake. Time will often cost our to my log because president is telling me kinun ton shele bi kan ti o da kinun to le daluru ta ni wọ́n fẹ́ to edu to de ní ṣe pẹ̀lú to heavy te mo ko ma kan mi gbọgbọn. Then president say, now you are the inspector general of police. I appointed you in charge of criminal investigation internally. There is no, that's the first person the president will write to. Because as at that time, the president will not believe that the inspector general of police is not loyal to him. He would expect that. I have told you how sensitive this particular issue is from my own stuff that I got here. So if the inspector general of police is loyal to the president, the right thing to do is to activate all the police in the country, if and when necessary, to ensure that this thing is done. And that is what we have now. But I can tell you for free, because Mohbad's case, what initiated by Lagos State Police Command and some people in Lagos State Police government, certainly they know themselves. And they were communicating with themselves. And that is why I believe, in my own opinion, it took a whole lot of time. Oh, collect us, they didn't invite us. They didn't even tell me to come. They didn't want me to come and even further whatever we've written. But because Mohbad's spirit is strong, you all know how it played out. Only when you say, "Gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀rí tó ń ṣe bálabàlá yẹn lórí social media, èròjà ni mí nu wọn, irinṣẹ́ ẹrú ọwá ni mí." So the moment I spoke about phone forensic on Damilare College show, King White, that was what led àwọn tó ń pera wọn ní underground yìí, because gbogbo nǹkan ló fẹ́ mọ̀, gbogbo nǹkan ló fẹ́ block, and they went ahead in an attempt to cause chaos to people like us. Go there, go and check for us. That was when that young boy was able to bring out the truth that I have needed for a long time. Because the person that gave me that information first time, I thought it was just a joke. So sometimes when you make some moves, spirit to bati ti elo gogo oni to fe mu jade. So to fast forward, guys, we were able to realize that, oh, the presidency have even responded to our petition and is already active at the first criminal investigating department. As a matter of fact, the Inspector General of Police only approve it, and it's not just approval of Kokoma Science Oriwe. It goes through a lot of process because there are some classified directive memo, and that is what initiated the police to go to Lagos to lift all the case file, to say now is the president of the country. That is what is wanted. And that is what has happened. And I can tell you for free again, take it or you leave it. Because I won't come and no stage case. Tia Bama Sorosita Kia. I am telling you for free. You can see the old nonsense they're about to start doing now, but I will tell you, it's dead on arrival. Hello, Fokobale. Justice for Mohbad would have gone finished, would have gone. To buy pampe ti won de lana yen. tó bá yẹ kó mú mi ni, that's the end of justice for Mohbad. Though as to them lójú wọn, but as God will have it, Ọlọ́run ti gbọ́n jù wọn lọ, and I will tell you and I will show you evidence how God was a little bit ahead of them. Ẹ máa gentle, ẹ máa farabalẹ̀, ẹ rí pa máa gentle bí oko pope. So basically, that was what happened, and that is the status. The order of the president is active. But you are active here. Bear in mind, underline it. President might give an order. He might have given the order to his enemy or people that are not loyal to his government. We are going to find out very soon. And the president himself will find out. He might have given an order, and the people, because there is no way the government of Asiwaju can fall without using those people that he has trusted or people that he has lifted up. People within his, could see the only way this government can fall with something to confuse, it has to be because the people that are his enemies, he knows them. And when they move close, they can't hurt him more like people that he would have trusted before. But even if he trusts people, he's still the people he's trusting, they are human. Elevate a bigger ambition. GBT, Asiwaju Fisilo. To the point, Kotoma fall Asiwaju, where to fall the government, how they sell out. Kilo con. They won't even know it came from me. Because at the end of the day, I cannot explain. I can't even understand last June to the August. But whatever it is now, action is already started because Emi go back. So while I'm fighting for justice for Mohbad, you will be so surprised that I'm fighting for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's the president, but I can fight for him. Because he cannot see everything. So that is what you should know now. So that is the battle that is going on. Those people that are on the other side, that are shielding the prime suspect and the key suspect in the murder of Mohbad, they are powerful, they are close to the government in Lagos and also the government in Abuja. It's just me, you, versus them. But no long to do tower. That is what most of you don't know. That is why you can see all these, some platforms. Don't shebala bala. Don't act like they are just doing, they are making it look like they are doing the right thing, but they are paid, they are being paid. They are paid agents. And that is why they've been able to ask that young boy to say, play that double role. Stay within them. You must tell us every move that we can see quickly. And he is able to penetrate. I want to believe they don't want justice to be served through Break the Silence Foundation. And he's been deceiving them because he's working for. Because let me be honest with you guys. Underground, they have no local standing in that case. I don't know who they are, I don't know what they are doing, but soon everything will come out. And like KGB, that guy cannot claim he's interested in arresting Spending because when we were about to arrest with the same police officer from Abuja, he was there. Hotel Wakot. On Shere Papa the phone, we found him there. And that is when you should be always listen up to me when I speak. I found this guy there. So arrested. It doesn't make any sense. I want to see more tagbada told you one da one to one body that police officer. But told you wala ti fe shele lati Abuja. Boye won lo wa so pe ogbeni wa ma la se le ri boy. We just have to arrest this boy because they are eti wo lo ba yon bo. The NGO that is in the directive of the president mobilized you to Lagos. Mobilized you to the crime scene. And 3 minutes away from the suspect. And one double arekereke. And one sorry shirishi. The truth of the matter is this. Am I caught you? Let's see a day before Joti one she caught here. Not him up at the track and spending la waka. Let me be honest with you guys. 4 soft targets on Spending. 4 soft targets led us. But if you buy now, man, be spending hello. He lay actress down so in 4 soft targets. I have the coordinates with me. We were going to this police officer knew that we're on that operation because we're looking for that guy and Mohbad's wife, Wunmi. She refused to step out. And there is no warrant to enter the actress house. And I was being careful to go back and say, IPO, please, we need a warrant to enter this particular actress house. Because Oma to ashiri ni be anybody be. Oma to loti koko ni jẹ́ kí warrant yẹn jáde. So we're like, okay, how do we go about it? Let's get the boy, then it will lead us to the lady, then we'll take them, then we hand over to them, the police will hand over to them, and they take them to Abuja. That was meant what was meant to be. And this woman began, after 30 years sorrow, how did your KG? Koto crow ni hotel it over, not to pay, spending la femme. Before I will play everything you hear. Koto crow ni hotel rara, not to pay, spending la femme. Atu saw moto Emabo. Oh yeah, no, arrive to see nearest police station, which is the right thing. Because normally, let me explain to you guys, before police can make arrest, because we're waiting for Solano, I'm still gonna file serious criminal charges against him. I'm going to for another thing. Oti share buruku koto pe onta ati mo amamo later. Gbogbo were ton se lana yen. They are doing it for circus. And you probably like show. You begin to know the difference between me and all these people. I might look so cheap now because there is no way we can pass through this kind of a case and I'll still be like, let me be scarce. Oh, the scarce in the case, you must stay online. Stay true to it until you deliver the stuff. Now, this is it. Before an arrest could be made, talk about Anibiabi, Ogun State, Tobawasi Lagos State. They are duty bound to arrive at the Commissioner of Police office. Toba area division Colosville arrest Oniton. They must also arrive at the DPO's office. That police station must be aware that they are also coming to arrest somebody in their vicinity. So that makes the operation each free, legal, and nothing. So basically, most of these people, they don't know that these are the process Taban go through here before we make an arrest. So while the police officers in Abuja have been mobilized to come to Lagos, the intention is Tabashemu Wunmi, Tamu spending, Tabara Duran, because there are no funds for all that. Then we'll be able to push them together at the same time and they go. So, I want to Abuja, want to buy one, all I just need to do is work with them because the people in Lagos, I want to investigate. I must be there to point where Antonja Mumilele, Antonja Adura Lele, and Antonja Damola, Antonja Spendi Lele. Because if they pick the wrong person, it will be a failed exercise. So I have to take that risk to be with them sometimes. So on that, a day before your court case, spending at Inos here, we've tried to do everything we can. I just have to explain this to you guys so that all these people deceiving you, lying to you on social media, saying the police are not working, saying that we are lying, because this is social media age. It is not everything that you say, let's be quiet. If you're quiet, they will anchor for back in your game. Even by it's still going to be very thick. Some people would have to find somebody to explain to them. But if you don't understand, no problem. But if you can understand, please take time to listen. So, on that 22nd of October, I want strike team to call arrest spending. Or we can't deliver a fine Olopa Abuja. No, it is the work of the police in Abuja to look for them around. But because there is no fund, want to suffocate the Break the Silence Foundation, want to fenu bawaje come support you. I have frugal funds. Mo láti wá owó káàkiri nko okay. Mọ́tò táwọn ọlọ́pàá máa gbé mara fuel sí. And sometimes we'll have to start from morning till evening. So many things, the vehicle you have to pay. Kò sí bóyá sọ pé ọlọ́pàá ṣe like into wọ́n ní fi mọ́tò ara wọn máa wá yín kiri because tẹ́ bá wá yàn lọ ẹ wá lọ sí Badagry bóyá kúrò Badagry and track ẹ ó tún ti kúrò ńbẹ̀ ó ti lọ sí Lekki ó kúrò ńbẹ̀ ẹ máa tẹ̀lé káàkiri ni fuel will be consumed. So when they came on board okay àwọn yẹn ò tí tètè wà wí ẹ̀ pé Dàmọ́lá Spending will be in court on the 22nd. We are not aware. I think that other guy, Omo Kubawa, the court, Kusosita. So, the best option is for this police in Abuja to arrive in Sabo police station, which is very close to Sabo court. Arrive there, be on standby. That was striking me about the Tobati arrested. Then they will go and deliver to them. I cannot effect arrest. Though citizen arrest is tenable and is allowed under the law, I can hold him down. I choose not to. I can hold him down because I know he's a person of interest. Citizen arrest is legal and is acceptable under the law. Even sometimes police will tell you, Dimu, we are coming. Hold him down there if you can. You know that we are here, we are coming. Just hold him, we'll come and take him from you. The only thing you cannot do is to pick suspects and go and take the person to police station and say, yeah, I have arrested somebody. You can't do that. But you can hold a criminal down. Hold him down. Don't let dimu if you can. But it's at your own discretion. Police will never force you to do it. So that you say, it's not my job. Why would you say I should go and do it? But if you volunteer to do it, that is the way it should be. So at the end of the day, this woman, they arrived at Sabo police station. Kotode Sabo, Lati Kejatowa, Hotel Towa, they knew we're already on spending. She's like, okay, I should call, just strike him. Are they there? Are they kidding? Money, they are coming. But for the avoidance of waste, and I arrive. So that if by the time we bring him to Sabo police station, it's just to take him immediately and then they go to the airport. That's how police work. This synergy. But they are the ones that are meant to do all these arrests, Congo. But because you have to outsource sometimes. So when they now got there, to arrest spending till one day, it's their primary duty. Now this guy will go. But he bought a court. He is outside. And he was standing waiting. We're having an ambush. So the next thing, calling, and then the next thing, once they come arrest spending more. She spending la one Wunmi, Adura ati Darosha ni kola ofe. I'm not saying those ones are not priority. Those ones are priority. I'm not saying they are not priority. But what about this one that you have a warrant of arrest? You went to court to get a warrant of arrest. So why are you changing? I don't, whatever it is. I said, whatever the case may be, he will still lead us to where Wunmi is or stuff like that. Trust me, she was giving flimsy excuses. She started changing her tone. And it was because she realized that my own strike team will not be arriving. Because she cannot stop them from arresting anybody. Because one mandate. I can't stop them. But she declined coming to take that action. I don't know what is going on. With her and some other people that are not legally in my own case. Anikinik underground. I don't know them. I don't know whether the presidency knows them, but the president never gave directive that concerns this set of people. They are just voyeurs. They want to hijack whatever it is. And that is one of the reasons why I was angry. Like, so that was it. And then 2 days after, I complained to Abuja. Sir, then the next thing, 2 days after, I heard that he has been arrested. Penny was finally arrested and transported to Abuja. The truth of the matter is, whatever the case may be, the order that they are acting on is from the president. And that is just it. So I want to believe you guys understand that now. So I'm going to be going back to that young boy, Tosoro. I want to believe you guys understand now. You understand that whole process. You can see what is in play. And that is the reason why we wrote a petition. Let me put up the petition so that you guys can see it. We've written to the IG and, the Deputy Inspector General of Police. Let me put it up so that you guys can see. Because see what about right way. But that doesn't mean I won't still care for your human dignity, for your fundamental human rights to the best of my ability. I will do that to the best of my ability. It doesn't mean I'm stupid or it doesn't mean I'm I'm just being human. I'm being civil. But most of these lads, they don't understand what it obtains. Ó lẹ́nu jù báyìí lọ. Nígbà tá lọ sí command. Ó lẹ́nu jù báyìí lọ nígbà tó wà in zone 2 tó fi d'Abuja. Tó máa fi padà rí pé they will sentence him for a serious crime that has to do with murder. Ashima lẹ́nu náà ni. But let me just explain this. You all can now see clearly that on ton investigate based on the preliminary report of the FCID. Látàrí nǹkan tó ti ṣe l'Ékòó. All the investigation in Lagos. Tí àwọn tí Abuja ti wo nǹkan tó ṣe. They extracted the course of action. And that is why they come up with the conclusion that we have to investigate these people for murder, for criminal conspiracy, concealment of evidence, and criminal intimidation. Maybe more will be added. But I have come out here, when I said it on this page, right before me, when they were trying to first interrogate this Damola, it was told clearly that for now, no amount of lies, cover up you want to do, that will make us pin the murder of Mohbad. Until something else is proven. So, man, it's not adding up with honest investigators. Only but I know certainly I won't so because if I say it, it's not going to be right. But early expect Untoba Sofolokpa eventually. He should come out and tell you guys. Or he should tell Wunmi. He should tell those people that are deceiving him. Only a fool will expect him to do that. This guy is on bail. The question you all fail to ask is, number one, everything you have just said now, have you been absolved of not having a hand in Mohbad's death? She wanted arrest or to investigate. Okay, you have a case to answer. It was all been for over 10 days, first and foremost. Almost 14 days or thereabouts. So because shouting for that, you can't be deceiving people. When you and your family know that even the bail you are, I'm saying, you would never come out and tell that they've absolved you. Oh, in a case, that's the answer. You can't deceive yourself. You can't be deceiving. The first question, away. I'm saying, they are disgusting set of people. They think everything is about abuse. When if Tawa Farabale, nobody's going to be oppressing or persecuting anybody here. If they can even sit him up, I want saw the celebrity. The question as he has admitted to a serious crime. And it's so disgusting. You admitting that you sent, because whatever you people are doing, a lot for with the tension, Allah kokole hinge lori ro Mohbad. Allah kokole. If not in all this nonsense that you people are doing, it's pretty important. The victory, from whatever nonsense he did yesterday is that Ashiri Pada too. But this guy was in the house, Koto Delati show. Then who opened door for Zomo? So that is another angle. We might be looking at it, but okay, he's trying to take the fall only because you cannot phantom why this guy is. I just did this. I did that. On the phone. When you see his body, want to on Jacob Ayenko is a cortis. The Bible read tattoo come alare. So back on. In town will be in the machine here. I only coffee back will be one lekun. And they expect people like me fighting for my country, fighting for other citizens, fighting for people. I should be scared of this set of people. You don't come pa fún gbogbo wọn yẹn. Ko ba na ko lu e ko ntu àṣírí ẹ ni. Ko ba ko lu e ko ntu àṣírí ẹ. And I don't want to go in the way of police investigation. But o mo nto so fọlọ́pàá. If this guy could come up, Sonny Panty, Sonny Abuja, I was there. Only I deleted the video before I was even arrested in Ogombo. The question now is this. Wunmi, Cynthia, where did they now get the video that you all claim that they showed to me? The video here is how Mohbad actually died. If you come out and gallivant, I want to believe he said something yesterday. Because he will really pay attention around. I'm not going to send this to me. Why are you deceiving yourself? Why are you making a mess of the president? Why are you making the president look like he doesn't have control on this country? And to those of you that are not loyal to the president and he gave you an opportunity to serve in his government, we will never close our eyes and allow you to destroy this country in his time. Look at the Wunmi coming out. Nijosi, Glory TVC. They've asked the Yomi Fabi to come and see. Which video? When this same Damola admitted to statement, Nick Panti and Nick FCI de Labuja, that I deleted it before I was even arrested. You have to prove it. Tori e mo pe with emi o ti fa wèrè lọ́yàn. In fact, nse le jókòó ẹ mú idán wèrè. Ẹ fi ṣeré báyìí. Bí wèrè ṣe wà on ni mo yin lọ́wọ́ ni. Tí wèrè bá dé ti wà on ni, ẹ máa jẹṣẹ́ wèrè ṣá ni. On bí da. Wèrè ò ní jẹ́ lọ. Ó máa ṣe round tí wa tó máa tẹ́ wèrè lọ́rùn. In fact, wàá jẹṣẹ́ wèrè bí gbà tẹ́ pé dídò ni ẹni.
So, Damola, that's the name the guy is called. The one that sent, allegedly, he claimed he is the one that sent the 3-second video to Yomi Fabi, and he was arrested. It was actually Mohbad's younger brother's handle that was used to send this information. A 3-second video. Although what we know is that it is Mohbad's younger brother's handle, Adura, that Yomi Fabi got that information from. The faces in that video blurred out. The video so short, you might not be able to make much out of it apart from the tiles and the design. According to this criminal, he said the video is 10 seconds. Yomi Fabi said that video is longer, much more than that. And he requested for a full length. According to Damola, he said Yomi Fabi had the opportunity to see the 10-second video, that forensic was done on it, and that the police said nothing can be deleted forever. Are we going to say Mohbad was surrounded by saboteurs? Obviously, it is difficult for you to be surrounded 100% constantly by people whose job is to add value to your life. You will definitely find Judas, who is in charge of the money bag, still wants to betray and sell. Meaning, regardless of the position, opportunities granted and given, you will still find people who will betray you. The reason I'm saying this is, let's assume that it's a 10-second video and the video is that of a guy called Zomo. There's this guy called Zomo. They said he used to be in the military, or maybe he's still in the military, and Nigerian army, and that Zomo lived with Mohbad for a while. The purpose of Zomo in Mohbad's life is to help him secure him, or sort of. So Zomo had issues with Mohbad's wife, and Cynthia, as usual, screaming, shouting, and saying all manner of whatever. In all things in life, get wisdom. Learn how to manage life and do things appropriately. Yes. Learn to manage, learn to do things appropriately. Very important. Learn to coordinate life appropriately. It's important. Learn to do things, manage life appropriately. If Mohbad had done away with Cynthia, maybe he'll be alive today. I use the word maybe because I cannot finalize, conclude, and say yes, he will be alive. I did not give him life. The reason I mentioned this is because of what Prime Boy said, that in those days they were told when they went out seeking for insight into their life journey pathway, it was specifically told to Mohbad, do away with this girl. Mohbad refused. He seems to be someone who does not listen. Or can we say Cynthia had already used juju? He seems to be somebody who does not listen to advice and suggestion from nobody. It cost him a lot. That's before limelight. He refused to listen. He kept on, retained the same girl that has caused him so much pain, anguish, and sorrow. Now there's something that this guy said. He said, there's no big deal about it. It's just a normal quarrel between husband and wife. Husband and wife do quarrel. I don't know what makes people think and believe that a certain kind of fight, quarrel between husband and wife is normal. I don't know if cases of people unaliving themselves are always between strangers. It's always between friends, always between couple, husband and wives. That's always been. So what are they saying that quarrels come between husband and wife? There are quarrels and there are quarrels. Anytime there is so much quarrel between husband and wife, it could degenerate into the eventual. Still, if there's anything anyone wants to say, the demise of Mohbad is tied to Cynthia and is tied to his childhood friend, but it all started from Cynthia. So it means if he had cut off from Cynthia, there won't be a need for that event to have happened the way it happened. There won't be any form of argument. Cynthia has covered up, lied, protected that part of argument. Oh, did you guys have argument in the SUV? Not like an argument. It was just a talk. I was telling him not to scream at his childhood friend. Whereas a childhood friend, rather than being truthful, I know to an extent it might be difficult because Mohbad avoided him. And the reason be that he had asked Mohbad several times, are you not going to do away with this girl? And immediately, they realized that Prime Boy had done away with the girlfriend that he was dating then, because according to him, the girl that he was dating was friends with Cynthia. They are friends, just like Mohbad and Prime Boy are friends. So he listened. He wanted to fulfill destiny. He quickly kicked his girlfriend off. He wants to achieve. Mohbad did not. So the girl informed him, like, look, this guy is not willing to stick and stay. The best we need to do is to stick together and fight this to finish. Well, Prime Boy did not accept. She did. Continue with Mohbad and finally saw the end of Mohbad. It's a big, huge lesson.